Every dream starts with one difficult moment. The moment when you don't feel like starting. Your mind whispers, maybe later. And before you realize it, later becomes never. The bigger your goal appears, the more impossible it feels to begin. Distractions become more attractive than progress, and you start wondering why motivation never stays. But here's the truth. Motivation doesn't come first. Action does. What if success didn't require an entire day? What if it only required 5 minutes? Just one promise to yourself. Work for only 5 minutes. No pressure. No impossible expectations. Simply begin. The hardest step is already behind you the moment you press that timer and start your very first task. 5 minutes don't feel overwhelming. They feel possible. Once you're moving, your brain stops fighting you. Action replaces hesitation. And before you know it, time starts passing faster than you expected. Your energy begins to change because starting creates momentum. Every small win sends your brain a powerful message. I can actually do this. Confidence doesn't appear before action. It grows because of action. Without forcing yourself, you naturally begin another task. Progress isn't about giant leaps. It's about tiny improvements repeated every day. By the time those 5 minutes are over, something amazing has happened. Your motivation has finally arrived. One small habit has started changing your identity, and this is only the beginning. 2 choices, comfort or growth. Most people stare at the entire staircase and feel overwhelmed, but successful people focus only on the very first step. You don't need to finish everything today. You only need to begin. Your mind will always offer excuses, but you don't have to believe every thought it creates. Fear and doubt never completely disappear. You simply become stronger than them. Great habits are never built in one dramatic moment. They're built one tiny action at a time. Slowly, the person in the mirror begins to change. Progress creates confidence, and confidence creates even more progress. Every small step leaves a mark, and one day, those marks become your success story. The journey has only just begun, and the next 5 minutes could be even more powerful than the last. Life constantly asks you to choose between excuses and discipline. Excuses feel comfortable today, but discipline creates freedom tomorrow. The 5-minute rule isn't magic. It teaches your brain that starting is safe. Every time you begin, resistance becomes weaker and confidence becomes stronger. Success isn't built in one perfect day. It's built through hundreds of ordinary days. It's built through hundreds of ordinary days, repeated consistently. Habits grow like plants. Water them every day, and they become impossible to ignore. One day you'll look back and barely recognize the person you used to be. The mountain hasn't become smaller, you've simply become stronger. When you pause to look behind, you'll realize just how far you've already traveled. Tomorrow, you won't need more motivation. You'll simply press the timer and begin again. Some days, even 5 minutes will feel difficult, and that's perfectly normal. The biggest battle isn't outside you. It's the conversation happening inside your own. Before changing your actions, calm your thoughts. Take one deep breath. Then, make one simple decision. Start anyway. You don't need to finish the chapter. Just write the first sentence. Once your hands begin moving, your mind slowly follows. Momentum quietly takes over. Every small action tells your brain, I keep my promises. That's how procrastination loses its power. Not all at once, but little by little. Weeks later, you'll discover something incredible. Tiny efforts have created extraordinary progress. The future isn't built by one extraordinary day. It's built by ordinary days, repeated consistently. Imagine two people starting from exactly the same place. One waits for motivation. The other starts for just 5 minutes every day. Their talents may be identical, but their futures become completely different because of their daily choices. Big achievements are simply thousands of small steps combined. A strong life is built the same way a wall is built, one brick at a time. No one notices a seed growing underground, but one day everyone notices the tree. Consistency is powerful because it compounds. Every day quietly strengthens the next. Eventually, you'll realize that the hardest step was never the 1,000th. It was always the very first. As you grow, you'll begin inspiring others to believe in themselves too. Every 5-minute session opens another small door, and enough small doors can completely change your future. Whenever you feel stuck, remember the rule. Set the timer and simply begin. Real transformation is surprisingly quiet. It starts long before anyone else notices. Every small effort is like placing another coin into your future. One tiny action creates another, just like the first domino knocking down the next. Never underestimate a small habit, because tiny actions often create the biggest changes. People usually notice success, but rarely see the months of quiet discipline hidden underneath. Not every day will feel easy, but keep moving, even when conditions aren't perfect. The mountain hasn't become smaller. You've become stronger. One day you'll look into the mirror and realize you've become the person you once admired. At that moment, you won't be chasing motivation anymore. You'll be living a life driven by consistency. Every decision you make shapes your future. The easiest choice isn't always the best one. Success begins the moment you choose growth over comfort. Time keeps moving whether you act or not, so why not move with it? Another 5 minutes may seem small today, but tomorrow it becomes another chapter in your success story. You don't jump to the top of the ladder. You climb it one step at a time. Consistency always beats intensity, because small daily wins outperform occasional bursts of effort. When your actions align with your purpose, discipline begins to feel natural. The greatest lessons are meant to be shared, and your habits can inspire someone else's beginning. Every footprint behind you proves something important.
You never needed giant steps, only consistent ones. The 5-minute rule is no longer just a strategy. It has become your lifestyle. Now, your biggest dream no longer feels impossible. It simply feels like the next mountain waiting to be climbed. Every great achievement begins with one courageous first step. You will stumble sometimes, but stumbling isn't the same as stopping. True strength isn't avoiding failure. It's choosing to continue after every setback. When you stop to look back, you'll realize you've already come farther than you ever imagined. The strongest people don't climb alone forever. They lift others as they rise. The finish line is finally within reach. Not because life became easier,
but because you became stronger. Every 5-minute session has led to this moment. Tiny actions have created extraordinary results. Success isn't reaching the top of the mountain. Success is becoming the person capable of climbing it. And every summit reveals another horizon, because growth never truly ends. Look at how far you've come. Not because you were perfect, but because you kept showing up. Your journey wasn't built through giant leaps. It was built through countless small decisions. This little 5-minute timer never changed your life by itself. It simply helped you take the first step. Every completed page is proof that consistency always leaves evidence. Every giant tree once existed as an invisible seed, and your future grows exactly the same way. The greatest transformation isn't in your achievements. It's in the person you've become. Now it's your turn. Give yourself just 5 minutes. Don't wait for the perfect day, because the perfect time to begin is the moment you decide. Press the timer, start the smallest possible action, and let momentum carry you forward. 5 minutes today, 5 minutes tomorrow. Keep repeating that promise to yourself, and one day, you'll realize that the life you once dreamed about was built one small step at a time. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs a fresh start today.